Hello, hello, and welcome to episode 2. I'm excited to just continue to share with you. So, this is episode 2 of your Croatian coach. But let's start with a little reminiscing. In the introduction, I told you about myself and how that I came from former communist Yugoslavia, and it's now called Croatia, and that's why I'm the Croatian coach. And I've got gray hairs to prove that I am a valid coach. I can teach you some great things. And the reality is, I have to tell you that this isn't like a coaching session. Yes, I can be your life coach, but it's not going to be me telling you, hey, this is what you got to do and this is what you got to do. Not going to happen. What's going to happen is I'm going to say, hey, I made these mistakes. So in this coaching series, we're going to be down to earth, reality check, and I'm going to tell you things, what not to do. Now, isn't that something totally opposite from normal coaching? They love to tell you, all the other coaches, and I'm not saying anything negative, I'm just being real with you. They love to coach and tell you, do this, do this, do this, and you'll make $1 million. You'll be successful. I've tried. It didn't work. Yes, I've made millions, but I've lost millions. So, the reality is, at this point in time, the issue isn't money. The issue is a heart issue. You have to dig deep and you have to hardwire directly in your heart so you don't have to think about it. It just comes natural. Hey, yeah, well, and, episode 1, what did we learn? Well, don't trust the accountants. Don't trust the lawyers. Make sure whatever you start doing with someone that you keep it to one page with 3 points and that they have to deposit the money into your bank account before everything gets signed. Why? It's just for your protection. And that's kind of the reality on that one, isn't it? For your protection. Don't just jump in. Oh, my honey, we're going to make millions, right? Yeah, but you got to collect it. And the attorneys and the lawyers and all the games that businessmen play, they're not going to tell you about it. But the truth is, unless you get the money first and then you sign over the contract and the papers, it's not doing a good deal to you, your family, or anyone, because they in turn can easily say what was said to me. Sorry, but I got deeper pockets than you, Alex, so have fun with it. It's just reality. So either way, I like it. So hear me telling you what not to do to be successful. So there it is. There's lesson 1. Now we're going to lesson 2, which in turn needs to dig deep in your heart. And whatever concepts, we're going to hardwire to our hearts to say, oh, yeah, that Croatian coach told me, unless they deposit the money in my bank account, there's nothing being signed over. So that's the reality on that one, what not to do. Don't just think that everything's going to be great. And, but these guys are so honest. Oh, yeah? Yeah, everything, you find out how honest they are when they're supposed to give you a check. Back in our days, they were checks, not direct deposit. Here's your check for $250,000, and now we'll take your company, right? Didn't happen. They took my company and didn't give me $250,000. So that's reality. Reality check number 1. And to this day, it's the same old stuff. I mean, just look on the news. You're seeing corporate greed and all of that stuff. And then, of course, I don't care where you stand politically, but they're always lying. How can you just sit there on TV and lie to me, tell me, oh, no, this never happened. And then, I never touched that. Oh, yeah? And then 2 years later, well, yeah, I guess I did. So what's the point? The point is the politicians can't help you. You have to take care of yourself. You cannot improve yourself unless you do it yourself. You can't hire someone to do it for you. You have to do it for yourself. And I commend you. You took the first step. You said, yes, I want a coach that'll tell me what not to do, not what to do. I've been told all my life what to do. Oh, do this, and then you'll be successful. Wow, baloney. It's hard work. It's a lot of faith. It's a lot of dealing with your heart first, and then you can discover wealth, and then you'll be wise about it. I mean, think about it. All those people in the lottery tickets that win millions, right? 5 years later, you look and you find that they're all filing bankruptcy. Millions of dollars you won. 5 years later, you're bankrupt. Yeah, because you didn't have a heart issue. It's got to be totally hardwired to your heart to know that, okay, now I have money. Well, 10% goes to charity, 10% goes to savings. That's a discipline. That doesn't come easy, right? So there's my joke again, right? I told the Lord, I want to give you money like you really need it. Jesus doesn't need your money. But either way, for the sake of the joke, I said, okay, I'm going to take the money I have, I'm going to throw it up in the air, and whatever you take, you can have it. You keep it. Whatever falls back down, it's mine. It's mine. Right? And that's the reality on that one. Like, our Creator does not need our money. He owns everything anyways. You can imagine his tax bill. So either way, guys, just know that the heart needs to dictate how you should go. And as we learn things in future episodes, it will just continue to be a good list of things that you need to know. And that's why we've designed it this way, so that if you're on your way to work and every morning you have 20 minutes, a half an hour, you can play this and replay it until it's fully embedded in your heart as knowledge. And you don't have to look up old notes. Oh, yeah, that's right. That's what I shouldn't do. No, it'll come naturally to you. Why? Because that's the format that we're making this in, that you can listen to it on the way to work. Or if you're working out, doing some stretching, and you got 20 minutes, a half an hour, pop us in. No problem. You can listen to this 3-4 times. The technology is so great that, yes, an old fart like me at 64, with gray hair and all, is able to record some messages and train and teach you so that you can be the best version of you. And once you learn the best version of you, your heart's in the right condition so that you can live your life to the max. To the max. You can live a life that is filled with peace and joy, and moolah can't destroy you. Because why? Once you have nothing, you can't lose anything. But once you have it here, oh yeah, then all of a sudden you can start giving it away. It might start with a dollar that you can give at the Starbucks into the tip jar and just bless them with $1. Close enough. That's a good start. But you'll see once you start rolling, and once you start learning, and once you start developing your heart, right? Not up here, down here. Once this starts growing, then now you're talking, my friend. Now you can go about your life with no regrets. And that's where I'm at now. I have no regrets. Why? Because I dealt with all my issues. And so that's why episode 2, a little bit difficult. I'll give you that. You got to deal with your issues. No, but you don't know. Oh, God, I've been through so much. I don't want to scratch that itch. I don't want to. Don't talk about my father, my mother, my brother, or my sisters, or the pastor, or whoever, the worker at work, whatever it is. Yeah, if you have issues with your brothers and sisters, you got to deal with them. You can't be free to move about the country until the heart is reconciled. And, you don't have to be afraid of it. I know it's uncomfortable, especially to admit that you're wrong. Oh, man, how many times did I have to do that? I'm wrong. I'm so sorry. I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know how I was thinking. I wasn't even concluding to that right point. right? Because it's difficult to understand. But once you do want to be the best you can be and to live a life with no regrets, you wake up every morning, oh, this is going to be a terrific Tuesday. And it's not positive thinking. It's what you have up here. It's what you have in your heart. You're going to make it a terrific Tuesday. It's not going to just automatically happen. Yeah, you walk in, okay, I'm going to bite my lip. That guy just cut me off on the freeway and I want to kill him, right? All that ugliness comes out and then you realize, no, I'm choosing to make it a terrific Tuesday. Nah, they can go right on. I don't have to speed up and look beside me. Nah, wish them well. Wish them a terrific Tuesday, right? That's where we are at. And once you start doing that, your spouse is gonna go, okay, what did you do with my husband? What did you do with my wife? She's waking up and she is happy. He is waking up and he is happy. He's got a joy in his heart. Wow, what a transformation. You see how now you're on the right path? All of a sudden, you got your family going, what's going on? He's never been this peaceful, right? It's not he who gets the biggest toys that wins. It's he who has the most peace, right? The most joy. That's who wins. That's what life is about. It's not about accumulating wealth, although that may naturally happen once you get this right. It has to happen after you correct things in your heart. And part of it, like I said, it's very difficult, but you got to do it. Make a list. That's what you got to do. You make a list of everybody that's wronged you. You might get down to 12, maybe 15 people, some maybe, 35, 40, but it doesn't matter. Because once you start making a list of all the people that have wronged you or you think they've wronged you, get them down, get out of here onto a paper, and now your heart is clean. You're no longer in prison worrying about how you're going to get even or how you're going to get them back and how dare they. Oh, I can't believe she said that about me, right? All those issues become behind you. You're moving forward. You can't go backwards and you can't move forward. And you can't while you're driving, you can't keep looking in the rear view mirror because you're going to crash into the semi in front of you. So you can't keep looking back. Can't do it. It's unsafe for you physically, mentally, and spiritually, right? But all of the above, it's not safe. So stop looking in the back, write it down on that list. People that have wronged you, things that you've said and done that you're embarrassed about, everything. Just list it. And then you don't want to keep that list, especially the one where people wronged you. Because if you have it lying around in a drawer somewhere and you pull it out one day, oh God, it's a bad reminder. So this is going to be another important thing that you can learn from me to free yourself, to cleanse your heart so that you can move forward. No more looking back. Write it all down, every detail, my sister stole the inheritance. I don't know. The brother always made fun of me. I don't know. I'm too fat. I'm too skinny. I'm too broke. Whatever it is that comes to your heart and mind, keep writing it down. If I made myself perfectly clear, for the love of God, write it down on a piece of paper. Right? Got it? Okay. And then read it again 3 times. You got to read it 3 times. Look at it. Oh, yeah, you know what? I forgive you. Oh, you stole the inheritance. I forgive you. I choose to forgive you, right? You got to say choose because that's your choice. That's how you're going to free your mind. You're going to free your heart. It's choosing to forgive. It's going to be hard to forget. I'll tell you that. But at least choose to forgive, that's very important. Forgiving, forgiving, forgiving. And then all of a sudden you're finding that, wait a minute, I'm not in prison anymore. I don't think about how I'm going to get even. Why? Because I wrote it down. I clearly made the detailed description of what and how people have wronged me and who's wronged me, right? So you got everything there. You got this beautiful list, whether there's 3 people there or 30 people there. It doesn't matter. The list is there, and read it over 3 times. 3 times, just to clearly say, yes, I have clearly forgiven my brother for doing this. I've clearly forgiven my sister for doing that. I've clearly, sincerely forgiven my wife or spouse, whatever. Yeah, it's going to hurt, but you got to forgive them. Why? Because then you can start living the abundant life. Until then, you're going to have days of fun, but it's not going to be spirit-filled, joy-filled, peace, right? He or she with the most peace and joy wins at life. That is the meaning of life. How much peace can I acquire? Money doesn't work. I remember this one thing. It was really bizarre. It was on the news. A guy was worth $4 billion, and then the economy hit and everything went bad, and he was down to $2 billion, right? 4 billion down to 2 billion, and he killed himself. He killed himself. Try to figure that one out. Why would you kill yourself? You still have $2 billion. What the hell? $2 billion is a lot of billions with a B. But that's true, right? So that in turn can verify that the money, the love of money, it can't continue and maintain your happiness, your joy, your peace. So he died of suicide because he went down from 4 billion with a B down to 2 billion with a B, and he kills himself. So he didn't win. He went through all this life, all through that whole agony and dealing with all the crap that he had to deal with. And guess what? In the end, no bueno, no good. He died because he was unhappy, unfulfilled, and probably had mental issues, because why would you go through life and acquire $4 billion only to kill yourself? Okay, so you clearly didn't win, and you didn't know the knowledge that we are starting to learn. And that learning is very, very key, that money does not buy you happiness, can't give you the freedom that you're going to have once you understand the basics of life and you start acting on them, right? It's fine. You got all the head knowledge. That's great. But eventually you got to drop that head knowledge down to heart, and then you live with your heart, not with your head. Because if you have a decision to make and you go, okay, I should do this, I should do that, what should I do? You, again, write them down, okay, pros and cons of this. And then you have a peace about it, right? Yeah, I'm really feeling peaceful. I think I should do that. Okay, great. There's your answer. It doesn't have to be long and drawn out. Or if you have a friend like me, you can always ask me. And if not me, then you know of someone else that you trust. Either way, you can ask them for their opinion and advice. But if they're wise, they're going to say, okay, well, what would you feel more peaceful about? Aha, now you're talking. You see, we're already here. Episode 2, and we're already dealing with heart issues, difficult issues of the heart, but we have to deal with them. And the good news is, once you've made that list of everybody that's wronged you, mistakes that you've made, whatever it is, you put on there item by item, and the end of the exercise, oh, you're going to love this. You take that list and you rip it up in the tiny pieces and you flush it down the toilet.